You're not going crazy. This is gaslighting. Maybe you're sitting there right now, alone, your chest tight, your mind spinning with confusion, asking yourself if you're overreacting, if you're imagining things, if all of this is somehow your fault. Take a deep breath. Every thought that makes you doubt yourself, every unjustified feeling of guilt, every silent fear of speaking up, none of it is your fault. You are not crazy. You are being manipulated, and recognizing this is the first step to reclaiming your life, your power, and your peace of mind. Gaslighting doesn't happen overnight. It starts with small words, seemingly harmless phrases that carry a poison you don't notice at first. You're overreacting. That never happened. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. At first, you might think you're being paranoid, that maybe the person is right, but slowly, these words grow into a maze of doubt, confusion, and fear. Every twisted sentence, every subtle attack erodes your confidence, making you question your memories, your feelings, your choices. You start depending on the version of reality the manipulator presents to you, forgetting that your perception is valid too. You might notice it in small moments. You clearly remember a conversation, a promise, a gesture, and they tell you that never happened. You're imagining it. You hesitate at first, but over time, you start questioning everything, your reactions, your feelings, your decisions. Before you know it, nothing seems reliable, not even yourself. Gaslighting turns your mind into a prison of doubt, a place where your own perception is no longer safe. The cycle of gaslighting is relentless. You feel something, sadness, anger, frustration, and immediately the other person twists it. You're overreacting. You start blaming yourself. Am I overreacting? The manipulation continues. You're imagining it. It didn't happen that way. You feel lost, weak, confused, and the cycle repeats again and again until your self-confidence is almost completely gone. What once felt natural, trusting your emotions and memories, now seems impossible. But listen closely. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. You are not overreacting. What is happening is psychological abuse. It's manipulation, and it needs to be called by its name. Recognizing it is liberating. It is the first step to taking back control of your life. Gaslighting often comes from people we love, partners, family members, close friends. That makes it even crueler. When the person who should protect you and support you is the one twisting reality, the wound is deep. But that doesn't define you. It doesn't diminish who you are. It doesn't mean you deserve to be manipulated. On the contrary, recognizing that you are a victim of gaslighting is an act of courage. Let's paint a picture. Imagine Sarah, a woman who always trusted her partner. Every time she brought up something hurtful, he would smile and say, "You're too sensitive. You're imagining things." At first, Sarah believed him. She doubted her own memories, questioned her reactions, apologized for feelings that were completely valid. Slowly, she started withdrawing from friends and family, believing that her perception of reality was faulty. It wasn't until Sarah began writing down her conversations, noting every interaction, keeping messages and records of incidents, that she realized the truth. She wasn't crazy, her perception was real, and she had the right to her feelings. That moment marked her first step toward freedom. Some signs of gaslighting might seem small, but are actually clear warnings. Your emotions are constantly invalidated. You feel guilt without reason. You question your own memory. You fear speaking up. You feel compelled to apologize for everything. You might remember something vividly, and the manipulator insists that you're imagining it. You might freeze when making simple decisions, doubting yourself at every step. If any of this feels familiar, it's time to pay attention to yourself. Listen to your voice. Trust it. There are ways to protect yourself. Begin by documenting everything. Messages, conversations, dates, incidents. This isn't just to confront the manipulator, it's to reaffirm your memory and show yourself that your perception is trustworthy. Seek support from friends, family, or therapists, people who validate your experiences. They remind you that you're not alone, that your perception is real, and that your reality exists. Establish clear boundaries. If someone constantly distorts your reality, step back or confront safely. And most importantly, trust yourself. Say out loud, "My memories and feelings are valid." Do it every day. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Gaslighting leaves invisible wounds for outsiders, but painfully real scars for those who live it. It can cause anxiety, silent depression, constant feelings of worthlessness. But the power to free yourself lies in recognizing the manipulation and asserting your own reality. You deserve confidence, inner peace, security in your choices. You deserve self-love, respect, and freedom to be yourself without doubting yourself at every moment. Picture Michael, who spent years being told by his partner that he was too dramatic and that events he clearly remembered never happened. Michael began to lose trust in himself, second-guessing every decision, apologizing for feelings that were completely valid. Friends noticed his withdrawal and gently reminded him that he deserved respect and validation. When Michael started keeping a journal of interactions and reviewing patterns of manipulation, he realized he was not crazy, he was being gaslighted, and he had every right to his reality. That awareness became the first spark of reclaiming his life. It doesn't matter if the manipulation comes from a partner, family member, or close friend. Recognizing that you are being manipulated is an act of strength. Every time you doubt yourself, remember, your feelings are valid, your memories are valid, your perception is real. No one has the right to twist them for their own benefit. You might wonder, what if they change? What if it stops? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. The point isn't waiting for the other person to change. The point is reclaiming your life and your reality. Don't let anyone control your memories, emotions, or decisions. You don't need external validation to exist and feel safe. Your truth is enough. If you're going through this now, or have gone through it in the past, remember it's not your fault. You are not crazy. You are being manipulated and you can break free. Validate your feelings, trust yourself, seek help, surround yourself with people who support you. You deserve to be respected, heard, and loved. Starting with yourself. If this resonates with you, share your experience in the comments. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos about self-esteem, relationships, and healthy love. You are not alone. Always remember, you're not going crazy. This is gaslighting.